Boy howdy gee willikers, playing games just sure is a heck of a lot of fun. The escapism and fantasy fulfillment video games offer is second to none, and some games are so good that they even have other games nestled inside of them, fully formed and able to take us deeper into their worlds. In fact, the games on this list have so many games inside their games that the games within the games can take over your time in the game. Oh help me Ben, I'm falling into the hole!
No. Suffer.
With this in mind, I'm Jules the Southwest Savage for WhatCulture.com, here with a list of 10 games within video games you must play. Number 10. Dead Ops Arcade. Call of Duty Black Ops. Black Ops 1 is a fairly serious affair, about covert operations, spies, and more numbers than a bingo hall for sentient calculators. But there is mirth to be had amidst the mindfucks, as if you break free from your chair in the starting menu and use your mad hacker man powers, you can access Dead Ops Arcade. A top-down twin-stick shooter, Dead Ops Arcade has you playing through zombie-infested levels as you try to survive as many rounds as you can. It's a fun and twisted take on the already stellar zombie mode. It's got plenty of action and, like culling the homeless on Purge Night, is best enjoyed with friends. Number 9. Crash Bandicoot Uncharted 4 A Thief's End. My trousers went insanely tight upon hearing the news of the Crash Bandicoot trilogy remaster that's coming soon, so what better thing to pop on this list than this short but sweet level in Uncharted 4. Not only does the experience express clearly why Crash 1 was such a fun title, but the back and forth commentary provided by Drake and Elena as he plays is truly funny.
Fox, and it's not very realistic.
It's so enjoyable to see Naughty Dog embracing their roots, and it's quite the sight to see the title that kicked off the company side by side with this latest creation. Just one thing though, please don't be shit. Number 8. Poker. Far Cry 3. Poker has been touched on in many video games, and a lot of you out there will say that Red Dead Redemption is the obvious example of where it's been perfected. But my friends, Red Dead is already on this list in another form, so we're bumping Far Cry 3 to the top. What makes this iteration of the famous card game is the seedy nature of it all. You're playing against pirates and thieves in a tropical paradise come gangland getaway, and it all bleeds into this minigame. It even plays into the ending of the game where Jason must play cards against the malicious Hoyt, so actually feels much more incorporated into the world than most other side games. Number 7. Quark HoloVids. Ratchet & Clank 3 Up Your Arsenal. Ratchet & Clank is a fantastically fun series, blending 3D platforming with more guns than this scene in Predator. Manly. But hidden deep inside Up Your Arsenal are some brilliantly designed 2D levels featuring everyone's favourite shovel-chin superhero, Captain Quark. With 5 of them to find, each one offered its own unique challenges, with collectibles and hidden secrets, which made playing them not only fun but also rewarding for players. Carefully made and with a lot of care and attention, these levels were so much fun to play, and encompassed another aspect of the platforming genre into a game series that is helping to keep the genre alive. Number 6. Liar's Dice. Red Dead Redemption. From poker to throwing horseshoes to stabbing yourself in the hand, Red Dead Redemption is full of gambling opportunities. But none are as great as Liar's Dice. Essentially, everyone has a cup with 5 dice in it. You shake the cup, slam it down onto the table, and you have to bet as to how many of a certain number are face up. Get called on your bluff or call somebody else's bluff falsely, and you lose. Last person standing wins. Simple. Using luck, chance, and cheating the system ever so slightly, you can quickly become engrossed in match after match. And don't worry if you lose, because you can just shoot them all in the head afterwards. Number 5. Triple Triad. Final Fantasy VIII. While I might have sunk an extreme amount of time into chocobo racing and blitzball, no Final Fantasy minigame has captured my heart and my total f***ing rage as Triple Triad in Final Fantasy VIII. Played on a 3x3 board, the goal is to capture other players' cards by placing one with a higher rank value next to the enemies. Which sounds pretty basic, right? Wrong! Same match, plus, combo, random, rules upon rules which follow you through different areas. Losing cards that took ages to gain, keeping cards that could be synthesized into ultimate weapons because you're too deep into its pocket. I'm a junkie for this game and I need help. Number 4. Voltorb Flip. Pokemon Heart Gold / Soul Silver. Hidden in the Celadon and Goldenrod games in the Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver series, Voltorb Flip is easily the most addictive game put into a Pokemon game. The player is presented a 5x5 game board with numbers along each row and column detailing how many coins there are on offer and how many hidden Voltorbs are in that specific row or column. And it is enthralling. Learning the strategy and getting into higher stakes games can be exhilarating as you try to figure out which squares are safe, doing mental maths and just praying to God that you're right. Number 3. Red Menace Fallout 4. Donkey what? Donkey Kong? Never heard of it, mate. Is that Pokemon from Sun and Moon? Yeah, okay, let's call a spade, as this is pretty much an exact rip-off of one of the granddaddies of gaming. Except in the place of Sir Kong, it's an alien and a sexy, skin-tight suited Vault Boy instead of a chubby maintenance man. It's a lovely little homage and is a great way to spend time in the wasteland that doesn't involve being abused by ghouls or shooting things in the face. Number 2. Maniac Mansion. Day of the Tentacle. Maniac Mansion is a lovable point-and-click title that was acclaimed for its writing, humour, and pretty much everything that made games great at the time. So imagine your surprise when you can find an entirely complete and ready-to-play version of the game in Day of the Tentacle, which as a title sounds like a hentai fever dream. It's a completely unnecessary detail for sure, but it's like a little love letter from the devs to gamers about one of their first titles, and it holds up so well that effectively you're getting two fantastic adventures for the price of one, which speaks to the skinflint in all of us. And number 1, Gwent. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. It couldn't have been anything else, really, could it? Relying on the simple premise of mimicking the strategy of war, Gwent sees players place cards attributed with values and special powers into 3 different playing fields. Being incredibly simple, the game can be won by hammering card after card, but if players can invest the time learning the strategy to absolutely decimate your opponent beyond the scope of practicality, then it can be even more rewarding. You'll likely become so engrossed in the quest to complete your collection that main quests will fall away into the background.
The entire world is coming to an end. Evil forces are rising against you. Your loved ones are about to be gutted.
But that innkeeper's got a rare card, so you know where your priorities lie. It's time to vent some Gwent! And that's our list. Got any more games within games that you want to give a go? Well, let me know about them in the comments section below. And if you want to play with my heart, you can do so on Twitter at RetroJ with a 0. As always, I've been Jules from WhatCulture.com, and I will speak to you soon.